Good morning and welcome back. Here we are now. We're joined by Lumberjack Maple Syrup Company, Patty and Dave. Thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having us.
Now, it is that time of year again, as we can clearly see on the table. It is maple syrup time. And I have to ask, is it syrup or syrup?
Syrup.
Syrup. Okay. And we're happy to have you on this morning. So we're going to be talking about a way that people can come out, they can support some local products, and they can also enjoy Sappy Days. So you've been throwing this event now for a few years, is that right?
Correct.
This is our fourth year.
Fourth year of Sappy Days. And talk us through a little bit about what is Sappy Days and how does Lumberjack Maple Syrup Company work with it?
Well, Sappy Days is an event where you can come and enjoy to see the process of maple syrup being made. We're going to offer different things at each location where you might get served pancakes at one, you might get maple old fashions at another. We serve maple bacon brats, and we serve two different types of maple beer. We'll have maple root beer, we'll have maple barbecue sauce, and then we donate all the proceeds that day to the fire department and rescue squad for the Goodman-Armstrong Creek Fire Department.
Well, that is terrific. And for folks looking at this, it's going to be a Friday, Saturday, Sunday of March 28th, 29th, and 30th. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And it is neat because I know a lot of people, we see the tapping going on kind of as you're driving around on the roads, but this really lets you get an in-depth look at it. So walk us through, what does your facility look like? I know we were talking about this earlier. What does the Lumberjack Maple Syrup Company go for here?
Well, our sugar house is designed for convenience of cooking, cleaning, and processing syrup. Okay, so we have 3 silos for the sap storage and water storage. The facility is all indoors. We do not go outside anymore. We have no lines that are outside. Everything is contained inside, so we don't worry about lines freezing.
That's nice.
Or dragging a hose through the mud or anything like that.
Yep,
getting out in the rain,
stuff like that.
The mud is the big thing. From there, the facility is...
Goodness. It is sprawling. I know you guys talking about how many trees are you tapping exactly?
We currently tap 12,000 taps ourselves.
That is impressive. And I know a lot of people, you know, as a hobby syrupists, they, or tappers, I suppose, they have buckets and stuff on their trees. You don't have that, is that right?
No, we have a vacuum system.
Oh my goodness. So
with
what does that
lines.
look like?
There's a series of lines or tubes that run through the woods.
Oh boy. So there's no buckets. These lines are going to the trees and then they're funneling down into somewhere. Is that right?
There's a main line, there's lateral lines, main lines, and wet dry lines, and they all come back to a central location.
Gosh, that's some high scale tapping right
Probably
there.
makes life a lot easier, right? To have it go to one location.
One location, you're going to truck out of there. We do not physically carry the buckets anymore.
It's got to be nice on the back.
Correct. It's also the time. We can tap more trees. We don't have to worry about buckets flowing over. It's all going to come to our holding tank. From our holding tank, we're going to load our milk truck, and then that gets trucked back to the facility.
That is really neat. And you make some great syrup and other products with all of that sap that you're getting out of these trees. Now walk us through, what are we looking at here? You've got some different products that I have not exactly seen before when it comes to mapling.
So we put our maple syrup in basic bottles, quarts, pints, and 8 ounce. And then we also have developed a salad dressing. 2 different versions of a salad dressing because we feel like people need to use maple syrup in other ways, and there are a lot of other ways maple syrup is used in recipes, and it's another way to promote and sell our product.
What came out with that inspired idea? That's just really cool.
Well, we have a son that is really into trying new recipes, and he came up with a recipe.
He's a foodie. We like to
Family.
eat, you know?
Who doesn't, right?
Right. And so,
It kind of reminds me of the movie Elf, where he's putting maple syrup on the spaghetti.
Yeah, it does.
It's, but it is neat to see a vinaigrette with maple syrup. I'm sure that tastes great. And I know you poured out a little something here. What are we?
Yeah.
What are we
we're going to
trying
try
here?
the sweet white, which
Here you
is
go, Devin.
a canola and white wine vinegar with
Ooh,
maple
there's a
syrup. There's no
smell to it.
additives,
Yeah.
no
That is neat.
preservatives, and just spices. So throw it back just like you're doing a shot.
Wow.
Ooh,
that's a salad dressing.
That's a salad
dressing.
Yes.
There's a mix in there. I noticed
like
the
it.
salad dressing. I noticed the maple part in there. This is good practice for me for when the Phelps Maple Syrup Festival
Well,
comes
they're going to
around.
probably want to try our vinaigrette at the maple. So the vinaigrette can be used on your salad every night.
Yeah, it
It
tastes
can
great.
be marinating vegetables.
We have
Ooh, that's a
people
good
to tell
idea.
we've learned new ways. People will tell us that, oh, well, I tried it on meat. And so,
You know, they'll
Yeah.
cook their chicken and marinate their meat with it.
That is an excellent idea, because I do like to use maple syrup when I'm making like bacon and stuff like that.
Correct.
That's always just a great little additive. But I know there's one more thing that I'd heard recently about. It's maple cream, is that right?
yes.
So tell us a little bit about maple cream.
There we
What is
go.
that?
Maple cream is pure maple syrup,
Okay.
boiled or cooked to a 234-degree temperature, and then it is cooled as rapidly as you can. You try to get it into the 50s.
Oh, wow.
And then we put it into a machine, and it stirs it up, and it looks like taffy when you cool it down. It looks just like that taffy that you'd pour on the snow or whatever. But now you put it in a machine, and you're just making it into frosting.
Oh my gosh. So what do you put it on?
You can put it on toast, crackers. Just don't introduce it to anyone with diabetic.
Oh, that's fair.
That
Yeah.
is fair. All right. I see,
There's-
Devin, here you go.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Some
let's
maple
try a
cream.
little
I
bit
don't
of
think I've
this
had
one.
this before either, so this is unique.
Oh, boy.
This is really good.
Oh, wow. Devin, your spoon is clean. All right.
That's really good. That reminds me of what I tasted at Phelps last year. This
That
really
is
good.
maple cream, and
Yeah.
all it is the sugars are then blended, and instead of a granular form, now they're into frosting form.
Right.
Well, that is really neat. You guys got a lot of great stuff. I'm happy that you guys have such a nice facility over there in Armstrong Creek, and Sappy Days is coming up. Hopefully, folks, come on out, look you guys up. Lumberjack Maple Syrup Company. I know you're on Facebook. Is there a website that people can find you on as well?
Yes, lumberjackmaplesyrup.com.
Or
Perfect.
they can go to Facebook at Sappy Days.
Sappy Days, a Wisconsin maple syrup experience.
Well, fantastic. I hope folks come on out Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the 28th, 29th, 30th of March. See the whole process, try some new foods, try some new syrups.
And some games
Meet
too,
some-
I see.
yeah.
And games as well. Of course, there's the cornhole games on Sunday to have the fun there, and the
Bingo.
Lions Club bingo and pancakes.
Right, the Lions Club is putting on
Lions
that
Club
breakfast on
and then
Sunday.
the bingo, I believe, is at the 8 High in Goodman. But the Saturday events, the thing that makes it very fun for the community for the Saturday tours are all the different family operations. Everything is unique, and they've all sort of stepped it up over the last few years and are really taking pride in working with their little sugar camp.
It's a good community event. Everybody is very proud of what they do, and you get to go out, and everyone's festive. It's the end of the season, end of winter.
Yes.
Something to do outdoors, start of spring, and so now it's kind of like a spring party. Daytona can have their spring break, we'll have ours.
And celebrate with some syrup
There
too,
you go.
right?
There we go.
Celebrate with syrup.
Well, thanks for coming on over this morning. Appreciate you guys taking the time, and hopefully you have a great sap and syrup season.
Well, thank you very much, and thank
Thanks
you for having us.
us.